Well, the story continues here because Foley said he did make him tap. He said he wanted to get away for a while until he heard what he was trying to convince the front office. He said on Sunday night, everyone in the Mafia backed up what they had bragged about. He said everyone else dropped the ball and no one did worse than him. Foley said as far as not being the wrestler he used to be, for 10 minutes in the impact zone, he was the wrestler he used to be. He said that he ran out of gas and perhaps ran out of guts, and he was the better man that night. He said he knows what it's like to have a bad day on at least 12 occasions since he's a 13-time champion. I love that line. Foley said it's a joke, though, to say TNA could not exist without them. Angle said for the last 10 months, Foley has been telling the front office that TNA would be nothing without him. He said if it wasn't for him and Joe outsmarting him, he'd still be working that front office for years to come. He told Foley, I'm the man, not you. He said he could kick his ass to the curb right now if he wanted to, but he's not going to because he has one last thing he wants from him. He held up a keychain with the letters TNA attached. He said those are the keys to his office. He said they're going to put those keys high on a pole. Here we go with a pole. And all he has to do to get his office back and save what little dignity he has is to climb it with his sprained ankled ass up that pole and grab those keys. Look at you laughing. He said if he does that, the office is his and he can save what dignity he has. He said he'd see him later tonight. Kurt, why are we always doing pole matches in TNA? Why did Vince Russo have some kind of addiction to pole matches, dude?
I don't know. But we did quite a bit of them. And Mick Foley in a pole match, that's the last thing you want him to do is be climbing that, any ladders or anything like that.
Or a pole.
Yeah.
How about pole? Come on. A pole's is a stick. What are we doing? I mean, with his sprained ass ankles.
I think Vince Russo loved poles.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's why stripper pole. I don't know. What he had a pole up his ass. I don't know what's going on here with this booking. But so there we go. We got a pole match. Mick Foley defeats Kurt Angle via DQ in 9 minutes. Foley was gimpy from the start. Well, that sounds like fun. They played up how difficult it would be for him to climb the pole. You think? Foley managed to fight off Angle with punches and knock him to the floor. He then went for the keys again. He was very slow, and Angle returned to the ring and yanked him hard at the mat. At 3 minutes, they cut to a break with both men down on the mat. After the break, Foley caught Angle with a double-arm DDT. Mike Tenay was doing a good job pushing the importance of this match. Foley put on a sock and applied the mandible claw, one of Kurt's favorite moves to take. Speaking of foot fetishes, I'm surprised TNA and Foley haven't come up with a new name for Mr. Sacco. This is Meltzer. Foley had Angle knocked out from the mandible claw. Oh, such a devastating move. As he was about to climb and get the keys, Samoa Joe led the Mafia to the ring. Joe knocked Foley off the top rope. Oh, and Foley took a dangerous-looking backward flip bump on the mat. You guys are trying to kill this guy. The ref called for the bell and DQ'd Angle. Meltzer gave it a quarter of a star. A DQ in this match makes no sense, though, right, Kurt? I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know. A pole match should be no DQ to begin with. So
right.
I have no idea what we were doing and why we were doing it. Sometimes things just didn't make sense, to be honest with you.
I mean, and they wonder why people had, never mind, issues with substance abuse because you're working for this company.